Good morning, Katherin. It's
Good
really
morning,
good to see
John.
you this morning. So for those people who are watching this and don't know you or don't know you very well, tell us something about yourself, please.
Right, I'm Katherin Daking. I moved to Harwich just over 6 years ago with my husband, and we went down and became part of the church community at St John's in Harwich. We got, I think, involved really right from the start, because Richard was appointed as church warden. And then 4 years ago, I was asked if I'd like to become a foundation governor at the...
Beautifully accepted.
I could, yes. And I did try to find out a bit about it before I accepted. I didn't just go in, because I think I was slightly uncertain about what a foundation governor actually did. But it's a governor...
If you don't mind, what motivated you? What does still motivate you to do that work and to be involved with the work of children in a Church of England school in this area?
Right. Well, when I left school, I went to college and I trained to be a nanny. Mm-hmm. I had become a Christian before that. I used to go to Crusader camp, and I was a Christian up until then. I think when I went to college and then I went up to London to work, my faith didn't disappear, but it dipped slightly. And then when I married, we had our children. We have 3 boys. None of them live very close by, unfortunately. We have a son in Wiltshire who has 3 children. We have a son in Sweden who has 2 children. And we have a son in South London. And I think having children brought me back to the church, because I was very keen that our children were brought up in the Christian faith. And that's why I also became a governor at the school, because I am keen that children learn about God, try to live their lives knowing God. And
so what difference do you think it makes for a primary school to be a faith school, a Church of England school, rather than a secular school?
I think it gives the school an extra dimension. I think it makes them more caring about each other. The staff, I think, also, although many of them at the school are not Christians, I think they are aware that they teach in a Church of England school. And I think that when I look at them, I've also been into another school in the Benefice, and I think there was a difference. It's difficult to explain, but you can walk into Harwich School and you can feel the love.
That's brilliant.
I think,
absolutely brilliant. And for those people who are taking part in the service this morning, and who would like to be involved or like to pray for the school. In fact, we've got 2 Church of England primary schools in our area, haven't we? One in Oldham as well.
Right.
How would you suggest that they can pray?
I think they can remember the school. I do prayers in the local church from time to time, and always try to make sure that I remember the children, that I remember the staff. I think that at this particular time, there are quite a lot of children back at the school, actually. When I last spoke to Mrs. Davis, she had 71, I think, back last week. And they are going through tricky times. It's very unusual, both for them and their parents. Having said that, I think most of the parents that you speak to would tell you that they feel very supported by the school, whether their children are at home, whether they're able to go back to school. A newsletter goes out every single week. Think about what is happening, how the children are coping at home. Mrs. Davis is a very committed Christian. We are incredibly lucky to have her at the school. They have hymn singing at 3:15 every Friday afternoon, and the children, whether they're again at home or at school, are encouraged to join in the hymn. And I hope that the people in our villages are remembering the children, because they are an incredible bunch. You know yourself, you go in to see them. They take you by surprise quite often,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
they are very, very friendly. They are lovely children. I miss going in, actually. I do miss the actual contact that I have with them.
Yeah, it's interesting. So do I, actually.
Yes,
Well,
very much.
thank you so much. That's been so interesting and so helpful. So
Good.
thank you for agreeing to talk to us today.
Good. Thank you.